think it was good. There are definitely a lot of positives. We saw a good amount of the work we've been putting in pay off. I think a couple of the holes throughout all 3 rounds kind of got us a little bit. So just a little bit of reflection on that. Maybe it's something in our process or just simple execution to grow from. But leading into the second tournament, I thought collectively we did a great job of having an awareness of those times when we were vulnerable and having different outcomes. Yeah, the practice round was ideal. I mean, sunny, warm, no wind. First day there was a little bit of wind, not too much, and then as the tournament progressed on, conditions got tougher, it got a little more gusty. Not necessarily a stiff wind, but just kind of in and out, gusting, dying. So that's probably where you see guys come up short, come up long. It's just a little bit tougher to judge the wind and how it's going to affect the shot.
Yeah, down at the Loyola tournament, we had a really good tournament all across the board. All 6 guys, including our individual, played really well. It was just fun to see our hard work at the first tournament kind of transition into the second. That golf course is definitely scoreable, and we went out there and took advantage of it and had a nice team finish and a couple nice individual finishes as well. And we hope to build that momentum into Vegas here in a couple weeks. Yeah, I wouldn't say I was expecting to be Summit League Golfer of the Week by any means. I just went out there and did my part for the team. At the end of the day, it's nice to have an individual finish, but my goal is always to help my team, and the team is the most important part. That's the fun part about college golf and high school golf. You only get so many chances to be on a team where you can help your teammates and just really build a legacy together, where when you graduate, that's all gone. Then you're just playing for yourself. So, I mean, it's nice when that comes along with it, but it's definitely not the end goal. The end goal is always to have our team be as good as we can and place in the top 3 or bring home a trophy.
I would say expectations is something that we try to keep minimal. We just really try to focus on what we do day in and day out. We try to take little wins, stack them on top of each other, just try to get 1% better. We try to delay our gratification to sometime in the future. Really all that we can control is having a consistent presence, showing up, doing the work, and just letting the results come when they do. We certainly have goals that we want to accomplish, there's no doubt about that, but we understand that if we can just commit to our process, that they'll come to life when it's time.
Yeah, I'd say definitely the goal for our team is to contend at the Summit League Championship at the beginning of May there. We just want to give ourselves a chance at bringing home that trophy on the final day, you know, having an opportunity on the last few holes to sink a match-winning putt or something would be phenomenal. So we just want to keep working hard to get ourselves in that position for May, and then I think we're in a great spot. Coach always keeps us accountable, keeps us moving the ball forward, and that's something I can see ourselves doing in the near future here.
It was great to travel for 2 events in February. I think we were gone 10 out of 12 days and played in 2 totally different environments. We went southeast and played on Bermuda grass in a little bit warmer weather, a warmer wind. The golf course was fair, but there was, you know, opportunities that were a little more demanding in certain areas where maybe we showed a little bit of rust. And so there was some really good signs for us. You know, we put a lot of hard work in preparing ourselves for 6 weeks inside, and I thought that there were some glimpses. You know, we didn't finish where we wanted in relative to the field, but the work was, you know, passing the eye test, if you will. And so I think that the guys saw that, despite whether they thought they could have played better or not. And I think we kind of hung on to that work going into that second event at Palm Valley. You know, we were really close to putting it together for 54 holes on a good golf course, opportunity to score, as the guys mentioned, and just kind of slipped at the end a little bit with the field, but we were really close. A lot of good stuff. We've jumped into some more strategy stuff, more specific accountability on the golf course as a team to try to just be united as a lineup and or indies, however we're playing. That 1 through 6, we're working on the same game plan. Knowing that everybody's golf game is different, and I'm seeing some good glimpses of that. And the guys talked about where we want to be here in 2 months, and you know, I'm seeing progress, and you know, these guys are really hungry for it. So it's been a good 2 weeks from that, and been nice to kind of sit back and reset for a couple of days, and then we've been back at it this week, getting after it. Well, there's positives to both, and obviously being from where you are, you got to have perspective on it. And the really good thing from practicing inside is you get a lot of repetition. You get to harp the fundamentals. You get a lot of block practice, meaning repeating the same fundamental over and over again, whether that's full swing or wedges or stuff in the putting den. And that's a really positive thing, because when you're outside, you might feel like you have more ability to just go play 9 holes or go play 18 holes and just chip and putt for a little bit. So the positive thing from working inside is that you get really focused, intentional work. And then obviously you can't simulate being outside hitting off grass. And so as soon as we can get outside, we love to feel the grass a lot more than we like to feel the mat, but it's, perks to both. And I feel like the timing of the work inside to be progressing to playing outside is really good, because we just put 6 weeks of work in on fundamentals and trying to repeat things. So now we get to kind of play the game a little bit more, work on scoring, reflect on where we're giving shots and where we're getting shots, and continue to look at things from that angle. So, it's always how you look at it with no matter where you're at, but I really think that that's the right way to do it. And we're lucky to have a winter up here in South Dakota to work on those things, because you just get put in that position to do the work. Yeah, so we'll be at Boulder Creek Golf Course in Boulder City, Nevada, which is just about 25 minutes outside of Las Vegas. It's a great golf course, really good setup, should be pretty fair weather. The wind can blow, that's where the golf course gets a little bit more difficult. But it's a good field, 13 teams, obviously hosted by the Jackrabbits. It'll be a really good field for us to, again, come up with a game plan, pick how we're gonna play the golf course, and really just another chance to execute. And that's what we keep talking about, is getting back in there, more opportunities to execute, because we've seen progress, we've seen growth, and this next week, and actually the next 2 events, will be a good opportunity to continue to go that way. So I'm excited about it. All guys that are available are going to be playing next week, and just another chance for us to put it out there and evaluate things.